So today is just going to be a really short episode for y'all, but I did want to tell you what I'm planning on doing in January is going over YNAB and my new structure for planning my finances. So if you haven't heard of YNAB before, it is you need a budget. And to be quite frank, we all need a budget. Now, whether or not we actually use a budget, well, that's debatable. But I've been using YNAB for quite some time, and it has been successful for me for quite a few years. But I kind of, I guess you could say, went a little too far with it, to where it was getting quite tedious to use. So I decided to create a more simplified version of YNAB. So as you see here on the screen, I have YNAB pulled up, and right now there's not really much going on with it, okay? Because this is my 2026 clean budget, and I haven't started it yet. I'll be starting it on January 1st, and of course right now it's December 30th as of this recording. But I kind of want to give you all a general idea of where my thought process is at. Now, if you go over here to my old budget, which I'm still using, by the way, until January 1st. And we'll give it a few seconds to load. 10 years later. All right, so you see here it is right here. And I have a lot of stuff going on, okay? Just a lot of stuff. And I mean a lot of categories. Some I've never used. I thought, well, I would like to save for a deck replacement, so I put that there. Save for this. You know, I have all these things in here that I never, ever used because I never had the money to put there. So it was really hard to keep up with all of this stuff, right? And so I decided that I was going to simplify things. So as of January of this 2026 year that's coming up, I will be having very few category groups, but not only that, but very few categories. And I'm kind of going more generalistic, more kind of a minimalist stuff, because most things fit in generalized categories, with the exception of a few things. Okay? And so the way I'm structuring it now, I think will be a lot easier for me to keep track of and not be so bogged down by the endless categories. And I can do things a little bit quicker and make a little bit better decisions, right? One thing I like to talk about is, why did I only create these few category groups? Well, like I say, it is mainly to keep the clutter to a minimum. Okay, and I think it's better for my psyche when I don't see so much going on there, right? And also I kind of cut down some of, not really cut down, but I kind of got rid of some extraneous accounts that I didn't really need anymore. Like I didn't have a reason to have a wallet cash account. Although for my wife anyways, because I don't keep track of that. She has her funds and stuff, so I don't really keep track of that. I might do it for myself, but for the most part, I don't really keep track of that, right? I don't keep track of gift cards. I used to have a gift card account in there. I don't keep track of that either. I mainly have it now set up for my checking accounts, my, like PayPal and my safe and stuff like that, right? And so, and then of course, I am keeping a little bit of the same similar structure, like with holding tank. I found that kind of very useful, is where I put in my allowances that I get from my work and everything. There's really not income per se, but is a allowance that's given for gas and a phone allowance. So I find that's very useful, but I cut down the amount that I had in the holding tank there. And I'll show you real quick here. Let's pull up my old one here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I had a lot of stuff in here for no reason. And so I did cut it down a little bit. You only got 4 here. Whereas before I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them there, right? And granted, you're like, well, that's only 2. Yeah, but, it was stacking up when you get down to all these other things I had going on here. Look at how many categories I had. It was endless. And then another thing I'm getting rid of that I'm not doing anymore is having 1,000 hidden categories. Look at all this. Now, YNAB has this unique ability to create what's called a fresh start. Now, I chose this time not to do a fresh start. Why? Because I didn't want all these hidden categories coming with me, and I wanted it to be a completely fresh start. So I started a new budget and created everything from scratch. Another thing that I'm going to be doing differently, and I don't know if it's going to work, we'll see after a month of using this, but another thing I'm not going to do in this new YNAB setup is I will not be using linked accounts. Prior years, I used linked accounts. You see these little check marks, which is like you would normally think a linked account would be. It would be where I have attached YNAB to my financial institution to download those transactions. But I found that I was becoming more reactionary, where I was reacting to things coming in rather than being proactive and putting my transactions in and then, making sure that I had all the transactions in there so I could make sure that I am actually ahead of the game rather than playing catch up, if that makes any sense. And we'll go over that in another episode, but that's basically why I decided that I'm not going to do linked accounts anymore. They're going to be all done manually. Now you're like, well, that's a lot more work. Is it really? I find that I've already messed around with it, and I don't really find that it's that much more work, to be honest with you, because granted, the transaction comes in, I'm still going to have to reconcile at some point in time, so I might as well just reconcile weekly, which I was already reconciling weekly, so why bother linking the accounts, having the transaction come, because I was getting too dependent on, well, I'm not going to put this in YNAB. I got this receipt. Yeah, I'll just wait. Why am I going to bother doing that? I'll just wait for it to download, right? And it was getting me off track, and I was spending money that I didn't think or didn't know that I didn't really even have. So I think for the most part, I think that link counts are kind of cool, but I think the convenience of it can sometimes lead to laziness. And I think that kind of is more detrimental than the little bit of extra work that I have to do to make sure that I am following YNAB's real principles, right? And so that's why I have created this new way of doing it. And I don't know, maybe some of y'all out there are already doing that. If you are, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you're doing. But for the most part, I think this is going to really work out well, and we'll see. Like I say, a whole month of January, I'll be putting out different videos, and maybe I'll have some videos that say, hey, this thought I had, it's not really working out that well. It's more aggravating than I thought it was going to be. Who really knows? But I did want to kind of give this brief idea of what I'm going to be doing this time around with YNAB. So if you like these kind of videos and want to see more of these and want to see more of what I'm going to be doing with YNAB, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that like. That helps the algorithm get these out to more and more people. And so with that being said, I want to wish you all a wonderful week, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Take care. Bye.